In this Map Suite MVC Edition sample app walkthrough, we're going to show you how to implement a click event on a marker. If you're not familiar with markers, they're these types of images you can add on the map, such in this case we've got like a blue teardrop icon. And they're great for signifying like points of interest or other items that you want to highlight on the map. A lot of times what you'll want to do is you'll want to allow your users to click on these and do some sort of custom action, display some more information, zoom the map in, do virtually anything. So the point of this sample is to show you how to capture that client click event so you can do what you need to for your application. So to get started, let's go ahead and see what happens with this sample once I click on the marker. And you can see where we changed the color to yellow here, and that it updates this variable over here saying it's been clicked one time. Each time I click it, you can see the count is incrementing and the color keeps changing. So in this case, the client click or the click event on the marker is updating this counter and changing the color. So let's take a look at the code and see how you would implement this in your application. So to get started, let's look at the view source here. And pretty simple code page. Just got a little JavaScript. We've got our div tag here that explains what the sample's doing, and then our little span there where we're showing how many times it's been clicked. So down here we've got where we're setting up the map. Pretty standard stuff. We're adding the map to the page, zooming it into the United States by setting the current extent, adding the world map kit. And then down here is where we're actually adding our marker. So we're using an in-memory marker overlay to hold our marker. We're creating a new feature on that, giving the longitude and latitude coordinates of where that's going to be. And then we're applying that from the style. So we're just going to use our standard marker style from 1 to 20, so it shows up at all zoom levels. And then here's the main point of the application. On that in-memory marker overlay, we want to implement an on-client click event. And we want to tell the map control that when somebody clicks on a marker, we want to call the click on marker JavaScript routine. And then finally we render the map out to the page. So that's setting up the map so it's ready to handle the event once the user clicks on the marker. Now once the user does click on the marker, this JavaScript here is going to be executed, and we're going to do an AJAX callback. So we're going to go back to the server, and we're going to pass in we're going to tell it what controller we want and click on the marker. And we're also going to pass in the longitude and latitude, and then tell it this is the result this is the code we want to execute after we're done. So at this point it's time to go to the server and see what happens there once that AJAX callback is executed. And here we've got a click on marker routine that was referenced earlier in the client side code. And we're just setting a variable to 0 here, initializing that times 0. So that's the counter where we're keeping how many times the marker was clicked. And if it's null, we're setting it for the first time. Otherwise, we're getting that from the session object and incrementing it accordingly. So that's keeping how many times that marker's been clicked in the current session of the browser. And then down here is where we're updating the icon. So we're just incrementing the icon path so it's using different colors, and we're getting a reference to our marker overlay that's controlling our marker, or that contains our marker, I should say. And then down here we're updating the path, so it's using the new path for the different colored marker by setting the image virtual path property. And then finally we're returning the string of what we want to be displayed in that section of how many times the marker has been clicked. So just a simple code happening on the server side. So the whole point of this sample is to show how once you click on the marker, you can get your event handled on the server side to do whatever you really need to do. And once it comes back from the server, all we're doing is setting the inner HTML of this section here to show how many times it was clicked on. So returning that from the server to be displayed out on the client, and then refreshing or redrawing the marker overlay so the updated color is shown on the marker once it's clicked. I hope this sample has been helpful for you, and you can utilize it to implement your own click events on markers within your own application. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Or as always, you can post your questions directly on our discussion forums at thinkgeo.com/forums. And thank you for watching.